Since November, the quantum computing sector has been quietly rallying in the background. Now, this sector is made up of largely small cap stocks, but some of these have gone up 6 times in as many weeks. Is this a bubble in the making? Well, in this video, I'll answer that and more. As always, this isn't financial advice and it's for entertainment purposes only. Let's first answer the question, what is quantum computing? Quantum computing is similar to traditional computing as we know it, but there are a few crucial differences. Traditional computing is built on binary signals called bits. These can take the values of either 0 or 1. However, quantum computing is different in that it relies on signals called qubits that can take values of 0 and 1 at the same time. To me, the unscientific way of describing this would be that it's almost like a mutant form of traditional computing. And it's this difference which makes quantum computing much faster than traditional computing at doing certain tasks. Let me show you some head-to-head comparisons of both types of computing. So the key pro of quantum computing is that it is exponentially faster for specific problems like optimization. Optimization is used in things like logistics and transportation. On the other hand, traditional computing is fast for most general purpose tasks. When it comes to technology maturity, quantum computing is still in its early stages, but of course traditional computing is much more established and reliable. What about the hardware requirements? Quantum computing at the moment requires specialized hardware that needs extreme cooling since they run very hot. Traditional computing, on the other hand, has pretty standardized hardware at various price points and is easy to manufacture and procure. Moving on to cost, quantum computing is much more expensive to operate than traditional computing. This creates a huge barrier to its widespread adoption, and for now it's only available to organizations with significant financial resources. However, one weakness of traditional computing is that it can't handle exponential problems. This is where the scalability of quantum computing comes in handy. It excels at running simulations of complex phenomena like molecular interactions in the human body. Now that sounds great and all, but what can quantum computing actually be used for? Here are some real-world applications of quantum computing. Number 1, drug discovery. To extend what I just talked about, traditional computers struggle to simulate how molecules interact with biological systems. However, quantum computing excels at such tasks, which means it could reduce the time and cost of developing treatments for diseases like cancer or Alzheimer's. Number 2, optimization problems in areas such as logistics, manufacturing and finance. For example, a logistics company like UPS could use quantum computing to optimize delivery networks, saving millions in fuel costs and improving efficiency. Number 3, cryptography and cybersecurity. Quantum computing algorithms already have the ability to break widely used encryption systems, which means large organizations and governments need to stay on top of this technology to ensure the safety of their data. This could lead to an evolution of cybersecurity as we know it. And finally, AI. Quantum computing can lead to faster training of machine learning models and gives the ability to build advanced generative models in the realm of language processing and image generation. So imagine ChatGPT and DALL-E, but even better. Alright, so with all of that out of the way, let's talk about the leaders in this space. You've got the usual suspects like Google, Microsoft and IBM, but these companies are mega caps, and whilst they may be good, stable, long-term investments, I'm more inclined to invest in the smaller cap companies as they offer a lot faster price appreciation. Of course, they are far more volatile than big tech, so caution is definitely advised. And again, this isn't financial advice, so take all this with a grain of salt. These companies are all small caps and they all have a lot of momentum in their stock price. Let's start with Rigetti Computing. Rigetti specializes in building and deploying full-stack quantum computing systems. What's unique about the company is that it develops hybrid quantum classical systems that solve complex problems. At the moment, the revenue is very minimal and not growing much at all. This makes it a highly speculative stock. It's also losing money every quarter and burning through a lot of cash, so I think there will be a need to raise capital sometime soon, which is going to dilute existing shareholders. In terms of the chart, we can see that the price has sort of been on a parabolic trajectory since November, which sounds good, but a move like this usually culminates in a sharp reversal followed by a crash. This is more likely due to the lack of decent fundamentals, which I just highlighted. As such, I'm not looking to buy Rigetti right now and will give it a miss for now. However, if it has a retracement or goes through consolidation, it might be worth another look. The next stock I want to cover is D-Wave Systems, ticker symbol QBTS. This company specializes in providing quantum computing as a service or quantum cloud computing. Even though it's been gaining customers, its revenue has stayed stagnant over time, sort of similar to Rigetti. It's also losing a lot of money quarter after quarter, so investors need to be mindful of that also. And much like Rigetti, the stock has multiplied several times in a little over a month. Last week we saw quite a lot of selling, indicated by the huge red volume bar here, but on Monday the stock absolutely skyrocketed, going up over 44%, so it looks like a blow off top is in the making in my opinion. I'm not sure how sustainable the current rally is considering the weak fundamental backdrop of the company, and as such I would be very wary. This is one of those stocks that could either fall 50% or go up 100% in a single day. Congratulations if you hold the stock, but as for me, I am not touching it. Alright, on to the final stock, and this is the only quantum computing stock that I own, and that is Ionq. Ionq specializes in trapped ion quantum technology. I don't understand it at all, but clearly the US Air Force likes it, otherwise they wouldn't have signed a contract with this company. More on that soon. Anyway, Ionq's computing services are available on cloud services like AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. And unlike the previous two companies, Ionq actually has decent and growing revenue. In Q2 of this year, the revenue was $11.4 million, which was 106% year-over-year growth, and last quarter it reported $12.4 million with 102% year-over-year growth. Furthermore, the company got a significant contract last quarter, like I mentioned, with the United States Air Force Research Lab. Ionq will be working to make its own technology work with the Air Force's existing telecommunications infrastructure and quantum systems, and deploy its own systems for the Air Force over the next 4 years. It looks like the US Air Force is serious about using quantum computing to improve its operations as a matter of national defense. Now, Ionq is losing quite a lot of money at the moment. Last quarter it lost more than $50 million, but because the company has quite a large cash buffer of more than $380 million, coupled with strong revenue growth, I'm not too worried. The company is also moving into the quantum networking space by pioneering technological innovations like 99.9% 2-qubit gate fidelity, and by acquiring other quantum networking companies like Qubitech. So what I like about this company is that it has some industry-leading technology which has allowed it to land some huge clients, like the Air Force. Alright, moving on to the chart. Like the other two stocks I have mentioned, Ionq has been rallying hard. However, its rally actually begun way earlier in September. And since that time, the stock has more than quadrupled to over $40. Last week, it underwent a sharp retracement, but the bull stepped in on Monday and pushed it a lot higher. How sustainable this rally is, like the other stocks, unclear. However, I continue to hold and don't really plan to sell until things get really crazy. The price does look like it is entering a parabolic phase though, so I may be forced to take some profit sooner rather than later. If you want to know, here is where I entered. Overall, I think the quantum computing sector is very exciting, and whilst it does look a little bit bubblicious, I think it offers something for everyone, whether they be traders or long-term investors, because in 10, 20, 30 years time, some of these small caps could be juggernauts. Again, this is not financial advice, but if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.